Reproductive rights and women's health are priorities for black women voters. They played a big role in propelling President Joe Biden to the White House in 2020.
In South Carolina, that's a demographic that both parties are trying to attract for the primaries tomorrow and into the general election. NBC's Brie Jackson sat down with a group of black women voters to have an open conversation about the election.
Charleston, South Carolina, known for its rich history, culture, picturesque streets, and politics. Just by a show of hands, who's excited for the 2024 election?
Excited.
We gathered this group of black women voters ahead of the state's Republican presidential primary. Their backgrounds, ages, and political views vary, but we found many of the same issues drive them to the polls.
Women's maternal health.
Someone my age may not have the same rights in terms of reproductive health that a generation before me had.
Also top of mind, crime, student loan debt, and state efforts to ban books.
As an African American literature professor, that is something that is very concerning.
There are concerns about the overall political climate.
It's divisiveness, it's opposition, it's social issues being politicized.
Despite dividing his time between the courtroom and the campaign trail, former President Trump leads the state's former governor, Nikki Haley, by double digits.
I am more so dismayed with the fact that in the year 2024, we would even consider someone who is under indictment.
At 81 years old, President Biden also faces challenges.
His age is a huge barrier.
Black women, a key voting bloc, but far from a monolith. Each one here voicing their own views.
Table discussions like this where we are comfortable and able to speak in layman's terms, to bring up issues, to get a little bit messy around the topics.
A conversation turning to action this election cycle.
We got to vote. We have to vote.
And the League of Women Voters says that more than 2/3 of registered black women participated in the 2020 presidential election, and exit polls show that more than 90% of them voted for President Biden. In Charleston, South Carolina, Brie Jackson, NBC News.